Long ago, in a small village surrounded by forests and rivers, there came a terrible drought. The sun burned the land day after day, and the once green fields turned dry and cracked. The rivers shrank, crops withered, and the villagers struggled to find food and water. Children cried from hunger, and farmers looked helplessly at their dying farms. The people began to worry that the village might not survive if the rain did not return soon. The king of the village was deeply troubled. He cared for his people and wanted to save the land. So he called for a great meeting in the village square. Villagers gathered under a large baobab tree, while the king sat on his wooden throne. He spoke with a heavy voice. "My people," the king said, "our land is suffering. If anyone has wisdom to bring back the rain, speak now." One by one, the wealthy men of the village stepped forward. One man said, "We must offer expensive sacrifices to the spirits." Another said, "We must build a grand temple and perform powerful rituals." The king listened carefully, and the villagers followed their suggestions. They spent many days performing rituals and sacrifices, but the sky remained clear and empty. Not a single drop of rain fell. One afternoon, as the villagers sat quietly in disappointment, a poor old woman slowly walked toward the king. She wore simple clothes and carried a small walking stick. Many people ignored her because she was old and poor. But she stood bravely before the king and said softly, "My king, the land is angry because the people have forgotten kindness." The villagers murmured in surprise. The old woman continued, "People no longer help one another like they used to. The hungry are ignored, the elderly are forgotten, the poor are left alone." She looked around the crowd and said, "If the people return to kindness, sharing food, caring for the weak, and helping each other, the land will forgive us." The king believed the old woman's wisdom. He stood up and declared, "Let us follow her advice." Soon the villagers began helping one another. They shared their remaining food with the hungry. Young people repaired broken homes for the elderly. Neighbors worked together in the fields. Slowly, kindness returned to the village. Then, one evening, something wonderful happened. Dark clouds slowly gathered above the village. The wind blew gently across the dry fields. Suddenly, the first raindrop fell. Then another. Soon, the sky opened, and rain poured across the land. The villagers laughed and danced in the rain with joy as the thirsty earth drank deeply. The king smiled and raised his voice so everyone could hear. "Today we have learned an important lesson," he said. "Wisdom does not always come from the rich or powerful. Sometimes it comes from the humble and kind." The villagers thanked the old woman, and from that day forward, they never forgot the power of kindness. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.